They never stopped everything they were doing. Fast forward to today, this whole invasion is by design. And you have the Jesuit Pope, which is the man calling all the shots here. It claims to be the big religious man, but the Jesuits are running this whole thing on Jesuit command. And the Pope with all the power is Adolfo. Okay? Adolfo is the Black Pope. He is the one that holds all the power in this. He is the military command. This is everything that goes down behind the scene. His connections, all his power in the Vatican connected to the crown and to Washington, D.C. That's why I tell you, Washington, D.C., Vatican, and London are the empire of the city. Do your research. You will see who is controlling this whole thing. And Saudi Arabia playing this whole thing because they've been the oil barons this whole time, running the game through this oil industry, which in my opinion is collapsing in on them. And they see it coming. So what they're doing is they have invaded Europe right before your very eyes. Since they control the media and everything else, they're just calling it whatever they want. And they're expecting people to, on the Pope's command, to take these people into your home, complete strangers that are not screened. How ridiculous does that sound, guys? Very. It is a huge staged event, massive. And this is the infiltration of Europe right before your very eyes. You better not let it happen in your country. They've already said in the United States they're going to start bringing them here. A few thousand, then a couple 100,000. And that's the game plan. They hit you with all these different things. But as long as they're slipping in their troops and they're bringing them in, that's all that matters. You need to see that. It needs to be stopped. And when they come into whatever area they come into, and they cause chaos by design, then guess who's going to come in? The Blue Helmets. The UN, which just took in thousands of more troops from the United States, Russia, and China.
Stronger Cities Network.
Now you explain that one to me. That's real. You see, this is where the curtain starts to fall if you have eyes to see. You're starting to see the workings going on behind the scenes. It's all becoming exposed, and the awakening is happening. So, I hope you see what's going on, because they're going to continue this press with this fake migrant thing. It's actually a staged, well-planned, long thought out invasion. So, I'm going to leave links, more information, but I just wanted to put this out there in detail to who's running this whole charade worldwide. While the whole time the sheep aren't paying attention, they better, because with things like the TPP coming down the pike, and they coming through Congress, a Congress of which they've kept it hidden from.
Congress selling everyone out.
If they pass this through and the people do nothing,
Justin Trudeau,
it's your own demise. America, you better wake up quick.
With a smile.
They're coming for your guns, your freedoms, all of it. In this last year of President Obama's term, so to speak, it's going to be the worst yet. They're going to hit us with everything. If you haven't seen it already, all these state shootings left and right, they're going to continue this. And as long as and he's going to ramp it up. He's going to step it up another level. All the way to the end. And I think he's pushing to try to get someone to buck back. That's the whole thing I've seen with him the whole time. It's written in the Illuminati playing cards where they're throwing all the stuff at him. The rejection at the end. I believe we're just now entering that phase. It's on now. So, I hope you have the eyes to see all these staged events that they're pulling off around you in all the countries are to take your freedoms. They did it. Look what they did in Australia. They took away their guns and everything. They're screaming at us. Like, you cannot give it up. You cannot give it up. And if they pass the TPP and things like that and push them through, they've already brought in the Strong Cities Network. And I warned about it. They just announced it while the Pope was here, but no one saw it. No one paid attention. Everyone was paying attention to the Pope. But Loretta Lynch said, all right, we're now a part of this global agenda.
With the United Nations Police.
UN Global Police Initiative. She said we're now a part of. While the American sheep just paid no attention. Things are happening fast on a daily basis. And this TPP is brought up on a platter right now, and they're getting ready to serve it right through Congress. And if you people do not stand up and you do not say anything, it's game over. It's game over. This is it. It's time people get active and do something, or they're going to sit here and strip your freedoms away right in front of you and rub it in your face. So the sitting on your tail, doing nothing days are over. Okay, if you truly believe in change in this country and you want to see it, you have to be the change that you seek. You cannot expect others to get out there and do it for you, because all the fake protests in the streets have been just that, and we've proved it. All the groups of individuals that gather, whether it was Ferguson or Baltimore or Cleveland, they were exposed. And yes, there were real groups out there and real protesters out there in them streets. But the biggest groups, the ones with the bullhorns, they were paid, and we proved it. Backed by billionaires like George Soros, who is causing that chaos in this country. And guess who is pushing this whole migrant thing and paying for it through all of his groups? George Soros.
George Soros.
You better learn and know who your enemies are. That's why I say Illuminati.
Illuminati.
It's been Dabu 7.